Here is a chair workout for somebody who is a beginner who's not worked out before or not in a very long time, and somebody who's just not able to stand while working out. That can be the next step. After you do this workout for a while and you build up a little bit of strength, maybe you'll be ready to try some up and down out of the chair. That can be for the future, okay? So the first thing that we're gonna do is shoulder cars. You're gonna lift one arm up in a circle, make sure you have space around you, rotate your arm around all the way and then back up the other way. It's okay if it's crickling, cracking, anything like that, as long as it's not painful, it's fine, okay? We want at least 3 of those on each side, but you could do up to 10 if you think it feels nice and if you need the extra stretch. We do both sides, although we don't always do both sides equally. You might find that one side needs 10 reps and then one side maybe only needs 3 reps. You get to decide that each and every day. Feel free to pause the video at any time if you feel that you're falling behind and you can catch up with me. So after my shoulder cars or my shoulder rotations, next I'm gonna do a rear delt fly. I have a band here. My band is a full loop. It does not matter what kind of band you have. If you have one of those wide physio bands that's just one strip, you can use that. Hold it out in front of yourself like this. The closer your hands are together, the harder it is. So this is too hard for me. I'm gonna go out like this, and I'm going to feel that my shoulder blades are apart, and now I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together. And then they're apart, so I have sort of bad posture, that's okay. And then I'm thinking really good posture, shoulders back. I would like to do at least 10, if not 20 of those. So pause the video now so that you can catch up and do 10 or 20 of those based on how they feel. Should feel a nice squeeze of the back muscles and nothing too tiring in the front of the body. Okay. After that, I'd like you to try some straight leg lifts. So you're gonna scoot right to the edge of your chair, and I'm gonna put one leg out straight. Now, this is what mine looks like. I'm able to lift my foot all the way up so it's almost parallel to the floor and then back down again. That's maybe not where you're at right now. Sit on the edge of the chair, make sure that you're supported the way that you need to be. Make sure that when you lift your leg, your body isn't rounding like this. And maybe your leg can't be perfectly straight. Maybe your knee is bent a little bit. But whatever you can do is some amount of lifting that leg up and then back down. This is an exercise for the hip flexor, and it'll be an exercise for the core, assuming that you can hold your core in place and not allow yourself to be moving through the core while you're doing your leg lift. So wherever you're at right now, maybe you're doing 5 per side, up and down like this, and then doing the other one. Maybe it's more, maybe it's less. Whatever you need to do right now. The perfect would be if the leg was straight, so that's the hardest version as opposed to bent. If the leg could be straight and we could do 10 to 15 reps on each leg, that would be the ultimate. So pause the video now and decide where you're at today, okay? After your leg lifts, I would like a chest press. So I take my band and I put it around my back. It should not hurt me when I do this, okay? So if I have a band that I could be just holding it, it doesn't have to be a loop like this. If my band doesn't have a full loop, I would just be holding it like that. And I'm going to put my elbows out at what I call 45 degrees. So if this was 0 degrees and that was 90 degrees, I'm kind of right in the middle there. I'm gonna roll my shoulders back and down. I'm gonna keep my shoulders there while my elbows press out to straight and then back in again. I had a funky thing, my band rolled down my arm, so I'm gonna adjust so that I can hopefully get the band to stay as I go out like that and then back here like this. With my band today, I'm actually not able to go to perfectly straight elbows because when I do, the band slides underneath me and then I'm all tangled up. So depending on your band and depending on the day, maybe you just do a half rep. So I was only able to go to there as opposed to right to straight. That's okay. Pause the video now and see if you can get 10 to 15 of these kind of reps with the shoulders locked in place, okay? Once that's done, I would like you to try a leg press. So I'm gonna take my band like this. I'm gonna sit all the way on the back of my chair. If you had a back, like a kitchen chair, you can put your back against the chair. I'm gonna put this leg, or sorry, the band underneath my foot. So this is what it looks like here. Now, I am going to hold tight with my arms and I'm going to press my leg out straight. Okay, and I'm gonna let my leg come up. I'm gonna press my leg out straight. Again, you might find that this is way harder depending on the day and depending on where you're at in your journey. The main thing is that we want this part of your core to not be flexing or extending while you're doing that kicking out movement. So the main part is that this is going to be stable and stay the same throughout the course of all those repetitions. You might find that you have to modify in different ways. Maybe you're doing a little bit up and you can just go straight down and touch the floor and then up. Maybe you're really advancing through this and you're almost ready for full squats. Maybe you're ready to come up like this and kick straight out. Shoulders back and down if that's the case, okay? This would be great. It's just maybe not where you're at today, okay? Pause the video now to see where you're at. If all of those options were too much, sit right at the edge of your chair and without even using the band at all, just take one leg, feel that you're pressing it into the floor. So nothing actually changes or moves, but for a couple seconds, I take one leg and I press it into the floor. I can feel my leg muscles and even my butt muscles trying to fire and trying to do some work, okay? Pause the video and decide where you're at. Next, I would like what's called an ATYW. It's called that because we're gonna put our arms in those positions. So I call this the A position. From here, I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together and then relax. Squeeze my shoulder blades together and relax. I wanna do that 10 times. Pause here if you need to. Next, I'm gonna put my arms out in a T position. Then I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together and then relax. Squeeze my shoulder blades together and relax. 10 of those. Y position is up here. I'm going to reach my shoulders into my ears and then drop my shoulders out of my ears. When I drop my shoulders out of my ears, my rib cage doesn't change position. So I'm not going to go like this with my rib cage. I'm going to keep my rib cage the same while the shoulder blades are going up and down like this. Pause now if you need 10 reps. The W position is like this. And again, I'm gonna squeeze my shoulder blades together and then let them come apart. Squeeze them together 10 times and apart. And then the last thing that I wanna do in this series is going to be for the side butt area. You're going to have your band looped around your upper, just above the knee, and you're going to slide one foot out to the side, so my side butt squeezes on that side, and then back and slide out to the other side and back. If your band is really tight, maybe just hold it a little bit looser. Maybe where you're at today is that you don't need the band at all. Just doing that action is enough to make you really feel like it's really tight and strong in there when you're making that effort. That's fine. Pause the video now so that you can do at least 10 on each leg. Okay? That's it for now. If you went through the whole video that we just did, pausing along the way when you needed to pause, then you can decide, are you ready to start back at the beginning? Do you have time and energy to do it again? Or is that it for today? You decide, and when you can, do a little bit more.